Then will he then be saying that as long as the results did not produce the person for any level or for any seat that he so wished, then it will be unintended consequences?
Thank you. Thank you. Senator for Kiambu.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Mine is to wish Ivoa to listen to the opening remark from the other side, because you know the council has alluded that in the Bible they had to sacrifice somebody by throwing him into the sea, and that person had to be swallowed by the fish, and he went to another city to give good news. So, and that is Jonah. So probably if we give the governor, maybe he has the news. So we better listen to that side before we make other comments. Thank you.
Yes, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Following the same question that Senator for Kajiado nominated us about the lawyer saying that all these people, the MCAs and the church and the people who are accusing the governor, I want to know from him, which are the majority, the people who elected the governor or those people you've mentioned? Which are the majority?
Thank you. Yes, the Senator from Migori.
Thank you, Chair. And thank you, Council, for a fantastic introduction, or rather opening remarks. I think I wanted to, through you, Chair, further the thoughts by Senator Tobiko, because I find some very critical aspects of it with regards to what we're about to further hear from the council here, which is the notion of the people of Meru getting justice ultimately after the election. The council has said that democracy has led to unintended consequences. In your view, Council, may you guide us as a committee how to assess this with respect to the people of Meru who voted for the governor? How does this committee assess what you have termed as unintended consequences with respect to the people of Meru who are today probably suspending all their activities that could amount to a GDP of over 1 billion or 2 billion watching these proceedings? Please guide the committee on that particular statement.
Thank you.
One last question.
Yes, Perez.
One very last. Chair, I also wanted the learned friend to tell us if he's aware that the Kenyan electoral system is first past the post. When he says that it's only 41% who voted for the governor. The Kenyan system is simple majority, even if it is one person past the post. Can he tell us if he knows that?
Thank you. Edwin, you had something to follow? Sifuna? That's okay. Very well. So, Council, those are, just be seated. Council, be seated. Yes, yes. Those are not light questions. Just like you prepared your statement, also prepared to respond on everything in a considered manner. So we will protect you. The counsel for the governor is going to also make his opening statement. Meanwhile, you can choose to respond to us now at the right time when you are prosecuting your case. We will protect you, don't worry. I know members are very sharp. When you tell them about the law of, the unintended consequences, I was thinking you are saying it with a light touch, a question of language, the law of unintended consequences, the farmer plants on his farm hybrid maize, the neighboring farm plants kienyeji, which is purple in color, and the guy with the farm of hybrid then harvests maize which is not purely hybrid. The guy of the farm who planted hybrid did not intend to have that consequence. It was unintended. I thought it was light touch, but you asked for it. You will have to lie in that bed yourself. Governor, you are now invited.
Thank you, Chair, for the opportunity, and good afternoon, honorable members of the Senate. Mr. Chair, my learned friend, Mr. Dr. Nkolu, has been very colorful in his opening remarks. I have a disclaimer that I'm not a very good student of history, or I might not be as philosophical as he has been. I'll therefore stick to the issues before the Senate. I'll stick to the facts, I'll stick to the law. And that is what has brought us here today. Honorable members.
Sorry, before you address us, the record has not answered, has not captured your name. So introduce yourself fully, and then you proceed.
Much obliged, Honorable Chair, and apologies. My name is Elias Mutuma, one of the councils representing the governor in these proceedings. Members, learned counsel has used a lot of strong terms to describe the governor of Meru. Counsel has painted a picture of a crisis that is in Meru. He's called it an unmitigated disaster, a crisis, and gone ahead to equate the governor of Meru with Adolf Hitler. We will be demonstrating that that is a creation by the MCAs, and that indeed the people of Meru do not perceive any crisis. They do not see any threat to them, that this is a contest between the executive of the Meru County and the legislature. Honorable members, we stand before you today to represent the governor who was elected by a majority votes. The closest contestant garnered less than 100,000 votes next to the governor. Surely that means that the governor was voted in overwhelmingly. Honorable members, this is a second impeachment motion. The first one was stopped by the High Court in Meru, and that conservatory orders were issued preventing the county assembly from in any way debating the impeachment motion, but in defiance of the court orders, they proceeded to do that. A question has been asked as to why the governor did not appear to defend herself before the county assembly. It is for the very reason that indeed the High Court of Meru had barred the county assembly from debating the impeachment motion. Our client risked being in contempt of court had she participated in those proceedings. So that should be able to answer the question as to why the governor never appeared before the county assembly of Meru. But that is not all, honorable members. That is not all, honorable members. Impeachment proceedings, and the High Court, the Supreme Court, and the Court of Appeal has given this guidance that they are quasi-judicial in nature, that the County Assembly ceases to be a legislative house and assumes the role of an arbiter to investigate and establish whether indeed facts that have been tabled before it are correct or not. We will have evidence before this House showing that indeed the entire House was not impartial. Before the proceedings, they all donned in uniform, chanted war cries, and promised to impeach the governor even before the mover of the motion had been given a chance to debate the motion. Our simple argument to that extent is that the House was not impartial, and that had been demonstrated even before the impeachment was properly placed before the House. The governor is here to answer to the impeachment motion approved by the County Assembly of Meru and to demonstrate her innocence and give a side of the story. Her Excellency, the Governor of Meru, has been a victim of the danger of one story and outright false narrative. Her successes, her leadership, her amiable character, and her passion to uplift the lives of people of Meru have been hashed for political expediency. Today we have a chance to demonstrate that Her Excellency, the Governor, is a true hero of devolution, a person who should be celebrated for standing against capture of Meru County by the County Assembly. At the end of this hearing, honorable members, we demonstrate how the County Assembly of Meru failed to understand their mandate under Article 181 and Section 33 of the County Government Act and used the impeachment as a political weapon as opposed to an oversight tool. Because impeachment, honorable members, should not be a political weapon. It is only provided for as an oversight tool. That is not what happened. On behalf of the governor, honorable members, we will show you that the purported public participation was a sham. Indeed, the members of public have not approved the proceedings before you. It is the County Assembly of Meru and the mover of this motion that usurped the role of the public and purported to give views on behalf of the public. That will come out clear during these proceedings. Honorable members, just to take you a little bit back, before August 2022, Her Excellency the Governor was serving the people of Meru as their women representative. During that time, she understood the real needs of the people, leading to an expression of desire to serve them as their governor. The people of Meru trusted her and gave her a chance to serve as their first woman governor, elected on an independent ticket. And this is important, honorable members, because Meru traditionally has been a political region. So for them to elect a woman governor and on an independent ticket, then that should mean something. Unfortunately, the governor faces impeachment, just like the first woman member of parliament in Meru, Honorable Rita Karemi. And this is a woman who was hounded out of office on trumped-up charges. We are back at it again, and we urge the Senate to look at the issues before it and find that indeed the governor has committed no wrong. We know that there has been much debate about the gender question, but the real issues affecting women leadership and the governor's unique challenge as an easy target for blackmail and subjective application of the law, being an independent candidate, should not be swept under the carpet. We are also aware that the County Assembly has listed a woman-nominated member to appear before this committee today with a view of discounting the argument on challenges faced by women leaders, which evidence we will ask the committee to treat with much suspicion and look at the facts of this case to grant the governor equal protection before the law like any other person. We wish to categorically state that the governor has never sought to be excused for any wrongdoing just because she's a woman. All she's asking is to be subjected to an independent and impartial process, but not to be subjected to an impeachment on the basis of political reasons, moved by a member of County Assembly, Dennis Kiogora, who, and we show this evidence, is quoted saying, or rather inviting the governor to prove that she's a woman enough. It is on that context that we are bringing the gender issue, not asking her to be excused on the basis of gender. Honorable members, the governor has been a victim of many falsehoods, contrary to the false narrative of public disapproval created in the impeachment motion and spread strategically in the public domain through the media. The people of Meru have expressed their overwhelming support for her leadership, and in reflection of their resolve and approval for her leadership, they have not been deterred by a parochial culture or party politics and elected her into office, having observed her work as their women representative and having believed in her passion for a happy Meru, a quest she has expressed in her personal philanthropic work that she has done together with her husband over the years. Her husband did not just come to the public domain upon her election as governor. Notably, honorable members and chair, during the August 2022 general election, other leaders were elected, mainly on party positions, but she was elected as an independent candidate in demonstration of the people's approval for her personal and individual leadership, regardless of political party support. Contrary to the false narrative presented in the impeachment motion, her leadership as a person has been tested and approved without any support of a political party and facing opposition from the veteran politicians in Meru. Her election is a clear demonstration that she is a leader who has appealed to the people owing to her personal character and leadership ideas. Her passion to uplift the people of Meru is not new in this, and this has been a mantra even before she ventured into politics. She has helped many people in Meru in her charity work, and this has won hearts and approval to elect her to bring changes in service as their governor. Honorable members, you will see from the evidence on record that the governor is very passionate about what she believes in and sometimes emotional about it. Honorable members, it is not a crime to be emotional. It is not a crime to be passionate about what you believe in. In some instances, the governor seeks to give instant solutions to the problem she faces when she meets members of the community. But then, even after making those political statements, she retracts and seeks advice and is guided and does things according to the law. She has not at any point violated the law, leave alone grossly so. Honorable members, let us understand the governor as who she is and give her an opportunity to serve the people of Meru. We understand that we are barely 4 months after the general election of August 2022, and the new national government has already faced this self-same challenge of not meeting their political promises, and as envisioned during the political rallies, since the law has to be followed in implementation as per the advice of technical experts. We also wish to point out that the governors are also political leaders and wear two hats, one political and the other technical. In politics, political statements often made to give hope to the people, and such pronouncements may not capture the nitty-gritty of what should be done, but a leader has to give hope to the people upon encounter with problems. In governance, the governors often retreat to consult with technical advisors to ensure execution is done within the law, to meet objective and vision in any political pronouncement. Honorable members, a politician cannot be prosecuted and accused of gross misconduct or gross violation of the Constitution for political statements with no evidence or execution that violates the law. So when we'll be going through these proceedings, honorable members, you will come across so many political statements made by the governor, but was there any act that proceeded to violate the law based on those political statements?